Spencer Dinwiddie had one of his best games as a Laker last night, dropping in 26 big points. However, we have some shocking details that uncover that he might have been held back by the Brooklyn Nets. And Anthony Davis has some high expectations for the Lakers as they embark on this road trip. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and before we get into everything we have for you for this video, I want to bring your attention to something. There is 78% of you guys who have recently watched your videos who are not subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that, like news, like reactions, trade rumors, game recaps, player analysis, just everything under the Lakers sun, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you guys do not miss a moment. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's hop straight into the topics we have for you today. As first up here is Nets were holding back Dinwiddie. So, Spencer Dinwiddie had a tremendous game last night, as I said before, but this was nothing new for Spencer, but probably new to Laker fans, as this is the biggest scoring output he has had for the Los Angeles Lakers. But apparently, it looks like the Brooklyn Nets, his former team, have been in the news because, according to Shams Charania, his TV show, he said that they were being, quote, held back. So, the Brooklyn Nets, they didn't want Spencer Dinwiddie to be doing any pick and rolls or isolation plays, which Chandler Parsons, who was also on that show, said it was pretty weird because that is something that Spencer Dinwiddie thrives in and is pretty good and has made his name for himself in the NBA in those type of situations and those types of actions. So the fact that the Brooklyn Nets didn't want to have Spencer Dinwiddie run this kind of is on whatever the Brooklyn Nets are trying to plan for the future. This is why you have a good amount of teams that don't really go anywhere for just a number of reasons, just because they're trying to do whatever they think is best as possible and not what's best for the certain player they have on that roster, and that is maximizing Spencer Dinwiddie, which they didn't do, and that's why he was traded and then eventually found his way onto the Lakers. And thankfully found his way onto the Lakers because they've needed this type of support from the backup point guard position. Spencer Dinwiddie is been really solid on the defensive end, and he has now starting to find his offense a little bit more. And obviously D'Angelo Russell did not play in the previous game, so that's why Spencer Dinwiddie was able to score a little bit more in that one. And all of his ask hasn't been for him to score the basketball at a very high rate because they have these other players on the roster who can do such a thing. But Spencer Dinwiddie, just a testament to him. So this is what he said after the Lakers game last night, and then he said it's just explains what it's like to find his role on this team, and it's like it's just about reading the room and understanding you're part of something bigger. And that is just a very veteran comment by Spencer Dinwiddie. He's been in the league for about 10 seasons, so he's been to the ringer. And then he also said a little bit in that quote that he's been as high as the first guy on the roster to as low as the 15th guy on the roster, the guy who doesn't end up playing at all. So he understands what his role should be in any situation. And then if his asks are bigger, like it was last night, then he's able to score and do some of the things that we are accustomed to him seeing doing. And he can put this on more of a regular basis if he was asked to do so. But he is not, obviously, with the Lakers and the amount of playmakers and offensive weapons they have, as they scored 150 points in that one, and that was without D'Angelo Russell, who is the Lakers' all-time three-point scoring leader. So Spencer Dinwiddie sort of just taking this role and understanding his situation, I think is just very beneficial for the Lakers, as we're starting to see the fruits of that labor. A lot of people wanted to harp on some of the games he was playing earlier, and it wasn't showing up statistically, but if you watched the games and saw him, he's really been defending his butt off, really, whether it's chasing shooters around or being the point of attack defender and guarding the other high-level ball handler. So whatever the Lakers have asked Spencer Dinwiddie to do, he has done that exact thing, and that has really unlocked some things and really helping opened up some of these groupings that the Lakers have with Spencer Dinwiddie, and that's why he's been one of the best plus-minus guys for the Lakers. So Spencer Dinwiddie doing these things for the Lakers is just only going to benefit him down the road, because when they get D'Angelo Russell back, and maybe even some of these other guys back, i.e. Christian Wood, or maybe Jared Vanderbilt or Gabe Vincent, we can able to plug and put some of these guys in the right spots so they can be so they can maximize their efficiency on the court. But speaking about maximizing efficiency on the court, Lakers leader Anthony Davis said something after their game against the Indiana Pacers, and it was just a pretty high note there. So Anthony Davis has high expectations for the Lakers. So Anthony Davis has been tremendous, and it was shown recently from the NBA as they recently just awarded him the Player of the Week last week. And that's just due in large part just because Anthony Davis has really kicked it up a notch, especially here in these past few weeks. He's been starting to get his shot back a little bit. He's been shooting a bit more threes now. So we're now just starting to see it's the whole offensive package of his game. And that's when we really start to see good things from Anthony Davis. But yeah, he had this quote here after the game about their expectations for the road trip. And then he said that they asked him, like, oh, what are your expectations or how many games you're planning to win? And he said 6. We want to win every game. I think on this trip we beat everybody, so we're capable of it. But it's the road. It's going to be tough, but we know we're capable of winning each game, and we got to approach it that way. So Anthony Davis has the correct approach here and mindset because you don't really play games to lose. So it makes sense that Anthony Davis has that mindset of the Lakers winning each and every one of these games, with the exception of the Bucks and the Pacers. I do believe most of these teams do have losing records and aren't really looking to be in playoff contention. So this could be some good energy for the Lakers if they're able to capitalize on some of these wins here. And if they are able to get some of the bigger wins, whether i.e. that game in Milwaukee or that game in Indiana, I think this will bode well for that road trip. Looking on the lines of 6-0 would be pretty tough, but 5-1 I think would be a pretty solid record to have on this road trip, especially with coming back for 3 straight at home and then 2 more games to end out the season. So there's not too much time left to really get some more continuity, get some more reps in with guys like Spencer Dinwiddie. But I really want to talk more about Anthony Davis, as he had that high expectations for the Lakers to have that 6 in a row, but he has been demanding of it because of himself. He has been tremendous. If we just look, like I said, he was a Player of the Week last week, and Anthony Davis dominated when the Lakers went 3-0 last week. He had 3 20 and 15 rebound games. He averaged about 27 points per game, shooting 68.6% from the field, 50% from 3, about 72 from the free throw line, 16.7 rebounds a game, 4.3 assists, 1.3 steals, and 2 blocks, while holding up the Lakers' defense. So Anthony Davis has just been a monster, like I said, in this past week, and he's starting to ramp things up because he realized the playoffs are just around the corner, with pretty much now less than a month away is going to be that play-in time and then playoffs. So Anthony Davis is starting to get right and get ripe, just because this is the this is the runway where the Lakers have to start really playing well as a team if they want to make some noise in the play-in and in the playoffs. But it starts at the head of the snake, as LeBron James says, and he's been doing his thing as well. But Anthony Davis, first and foremost, he has been the one that has been taking charge on offense and defense, and then it's only going to be accentuated when other guys really come to bat and really come to play. So Hachimura, who has been playing well recently, Spencer Dinwiddie is starting to find himself, Austin Reaves was really getting back in the grooves of things, and then D'Angelo Russell who has been on a heater for months now. So all of these things are starting to coalesce all at once, and this is the perfect time where you need everything to go right for you, because this is winning time. There isn't any more games left in the season, and like I said, playoffs are just around the corner. So we'll see if the Lakers are able to execute and do the things they need to do on the road. They start with a big one tomorrow against the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll see what the Lakers have in that one, and hopefully D'Angelo Russell would be back, so we'll be able to get that more of that combination of Spencer and D'Angelo Russell, because we can truly use his 3-pointers against the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee. But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below about what you think the Nets were doing with holding back Spencer Dinwiddie and not really allowing him to do the things that he does well. And then also, what do you think about Anthony Davis' expectations for the Lakers about going 6-0 on this road trip? Can they do it? Or are you in the more lines of me, like where 5-1 would be pretty good for them to do? But let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I have been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.